it's a summer of be the sweetie squatters in town. We here to have a good time, pass the cake pots around. And if you don't fucking get it, keep throwing your hissy fits. And let's get some ones in the chat if I fucking murdered this shit.
Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite.
Fresh out the bed with an argument. Okay, let's see who started it. Convince us that you're right and it's just not a dog it's barking at. It seems easy, but these things can be intense. Be queasy when that gate is your last line of defense. It's congregation of confrontation you can walk away from. Have concentration and set your point up with proper placement. Talk adjacent and satisfied with the crowd's amazement. And then see if a win is something you walk away with. Ain't no one around here holding your hand, man. Don't go into it blind like Jean-Claude Van Damme, cause breaking the arena ain't part of the plan. But end it with the W any way that you can. Regardless of hardship, harness up all that you know. Take the knowledge you gotta take it as far as it goes. Plant a seed in their mind and see how tall that it grows. Make sure you do your best and please pardon my flow. You know I try to show you what I got, but I can't explain it. This is the picture I'm painting, saying I'm walking away with the same thing that's tainted. But I don't care if I can escape it. Rather show you what I'm doing, but this beat's what I'm raping.
Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite. Bitch, you wanna fight? Take it to the Kumite.
Got me feeling like gin off this gin. I'm melodic with the smoke in the air, and the smell is hypnotic. With a strawberry swish blunt with a whole lot of chronic in a pocket, with a wallet, with a whole lot of nada. I be stressed, but it got me in an ethereal mode, with a serious soul in a cereal bowl. Like I'm searching for the sunflower, I'ma go on the road, but keep my mind open, infinite like the Konami code. Hip hop is my soul. Hope you looking when he's rapping, B-boy spinning to the beat like Mugen when he's scrapping. I'm jugging and I'm lapping on my way to Shangri-La, but some live, some die in the way of the samurai. Hear my battle cry, I might stay late and keep my fresh on the sideways 8. Yeah, I might make babes. All I need is some risotto and a cosplay chick that was born in Kyoto. Why? But that's a no-no if I ain't got that protection B. I keep my sword sheath, I don't need no BM stressing me. I wonder if there's a message G when I hear these new rappers. I ain't hating you rappers, but I prefer the boom bappers. It's the truth rappers, it's the war of the words. And I'm standing on top the castle representing the third. I guess you ain't heard, I'm following my destiny, following the God of fools, father to the death of me. A cross on my chest and resolve in my heart. Ain't shit you can do to bring a stop to this march, bring a stop to this art. You must be JK, and I grab the mic and get loud like an AK spraying, and I stay laying this heat over beats. I got the resolve of a beast, so girl put your knees over these shoulders right here, they holding up the world already. Mujushin style stabbings got your girl all sweaty. Yeah, you mad bro, my bad, I'm in my zone. Miyamoto Musashi with the microphone. The best squad in the city is watching my back. I might hit you with a two-piece like Mataza the Zap. I'm just talking that crap, I'm a peaceful warrior. And my flow Mega Man, I'll defeat and absorb you while I'm step inside. Don't be afraid, I'll let the beat lead me while I lead the way. And I seen today, as I read the sermon, that all I can tell you's only death is certain. But the way of the samurai is found in death. You might hear a lot of deep shit, but mine sounds the best. Yes. Yeah. This one, baby. KV Anime on the beat. Hood Hemingway.
America's birthday, bust that pussy open. You can't hear no fireworks.
Just let me know when.
It is when.
What up, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Kyle here, Stone Monkey. Coming at you live with some friends here for some woke gaming. I got my buddy XL.
What's up?
Sinrise.
What's up, man?
Tom Penoid.
Yo, Tom
Man, y'all know what the situation is. I had to stop by, you know what I'm saying? Because I done seen some things and I wanted to say some stuff. So, and I'm not a gamer, so I wanted to bring it to the gamers more fucking attention.
Hey, see something, say something. That's the policy.
No, I mean, it is important, right? So, like, the whole thing is, we didn't get a chance last week because we were too busy remembering Stan Lee to really talk about Diablo Immortal and how the actual gamers, the kind of gamers that are going to show up to fucking BlizzCon, were so disappointed in the fact that their big announcement was some mobile game. And they're like, what? You don't got phones?
Yep. Oh, dude. They announced that
I'm not reading that
at the wrong place. Dude,
Yeah.
BlizzCon's about the computer gaming, not about the mobile gaming.
Yeah, I mean, they could have just snuck it in, but it's something they're obviously all proud of because their
Since
Chinese
when
investors
Blizzard
told
had-
them.
Since when has Blizzard had any presence in mobile gaming?
Oh, they will now, I guess, because it's the wave of the
I just wonder
future.
What?
Well,
Gave
since
them the idea that
since by
anybody would get
2020, there will be 720 million fucking mobile gamers in China. And because they get 3 times the revenue that they do from their regular game sales as they do in microtransactions.
All right. So here's the question,
Man,
right? Here's
fuck China.
the question that's not being answered by those numbers. Are the people doing that people that just got cell phones and are casually playing games and are new to, like, they're just playing, like, they're a separate market? Or are they the same people that were buying PC games forever and they're just moving over to mobile? That's where Blizzard became tone deaf.
Well, no, it's because the mobile's becoming larger inside of China just in general. Like the amount of cell phone usage in China is growing that exponentially at this point because of the transfer of wealth from the middle classes of Europe and the Western countries like the United States and Canada over to China.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that, but I will also say there's probably a lot more people in China that are getting mobile phones that don't have home gaming consoles.
Right.
That too. And there's a whole lot of younger generation individuals inside of China right now. And most of them are men, and there's not a lot of females, so dudes ain't got nothing to do but hang out and play video games on their phone.
Right. They probably just figured that there's enough Diablo fans out there that also have phones that would probably pick it up just because.
Well, the truth is they don't care about this domestic market because it actually costs them more money to make the fucking game than they do actually selling it. So it doesn't really matter to them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's kind of the deal. Like, I gave Excel a bunch of images. I done
Right, but
circled some stuff and showed some shit
The announcement at fucking
at
what's
BlizzCon.
at BlizzCon that has everybody scratching their head. Like they made it this big epic thing, like it was like it was Diablo 4 or something.
Yeah, and that's what we were
it's
all waiting
happening.
for.
What? Like, go ahead and make the game, but don't fucking dupe your fans into thinking
Yeah,
you've got
like,
some big fucking announcement that they're gonna care about.
If you wanna like appease your fan base, but also reach out to the mobile market, the better strategy is wait until you have Diablo 4 out, right? Create the PC game, and then maybe have a supplementary phone game that you don't need to have Diablo 4 for, but maybe you get extra stuff if you play that game and you have
Yeah,
a
they'd
Diablo
be better
4
off just
account.
marketing it on the ad circuit on current mobile games for similar types of games. And not even really spending any money on actual marketing in the mainstream.
Well, see, I like XL's idea because Niantic just did that with the freaking with Nintendo with the Pokemon Go with the new Switch games. Those are all the rage right now, and it's a phone game that connects to a actual console game.
Well, the Pokemon Go, though, has always been kind of like a mobile type of thing because, like, really, Pokemon wasn't played on a Nintendo or any type of console or really on a computer. It was played on it was a Game Boy game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that it was always mobile. You know what I mean? So that's that matched that type of thing. This is Blizzard kind of being like Porsche and saying, well, we don't really care what you want. We'll tell you exactly what you're going to get, and you're going to take it and fucking like it.
Sounds,
you know what I mean? Right?
Fuck, dude. Hey, Tom Pino, are you sure you're not a gamer? Because you sound just like most of us that are Blizzard fans, because that's exactly how they sound.
Tom Pinoid is one of those, like, I grew up in the video game generation, so there are video games that Tom Pinoid has played.
Oh yes. Like, I'm a
about
Madden
markets
guy.
and shit
you know
than
what I
it
mean?
is about much about gaming.
Right, I'm a Madden dude when it really comes to video games. Like I'm a football, basketball, boxing. Like I like fighting games, that type of shit. But once you had to like learn like 18 button combinations, I was like,
Fuck that.
I'm done.
Me too.
They had too many goddamn
You
fucking
need to be an
buttons to
expert
the
on-
controller. I had to quit.
If I can't,
video games to see how Blizzard fucked up. That's what's so ironic is like you would ask them how the best way to go about this.
yeah, like if I can't put you in,
awesome games.
yeah, if I can't put you in a corner and leg sweep you to death, I'm not interested in playing a fighting game. It's kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I gave Excel like all this stuff, right? And the reason why I gave it to him was like I wanted to show you all the breakdown of why they're doing it. You know what I mean? Because I think that's really important. You know what I mean? Is to understand the financial aspect of it.
Yeah,
Like
and I
to
think-
see like how vast the difference is in the amount of money they make from one to the other. It's like almost 3 times as much they make off of the fucking mobile market where they're just doing a transactional thing as they do to the actual game itself and sales. And then I gave them the revenue losses, like how much it cost them to actually do that shit, licensing and transportation and all that shit. All that cost as much as it does for a game to be made.
Damn.
You know, as they make off actually selling just a regular console game.
Yeah,
And that's why they're doing this.
I
You know
actually
what
have
I
the
mean?
numbers right in front of me, but before I get into them real quick, I just want to give a shout out to our chat vault. Like we got a decent number of people in here. Soupy Saiyan, thanks for joining us. She's one of the people that followed us over here because we had Geek Thulu on to talk about comic books, which I think we might have Geek back on pretty soon. I think Geek likes getting a break from his day job as being a YouTube drama host and talking about what Geek Thulu is all about, which is being a geek.
Fuck yeah.
Live stream news as your buddy. I saw Freedom. Am I missing anybody? Gulf City
Gulf
Joe
City.
Snyder.
Snyder snuck in on us, and my buddy Michael Serta was out there a little while ago. I don't know if he's still hanging out.
He probably went
Yeah.
over to the other stream when I hit go live.
Maybe. But big thanks to him because the computer upgrades were sent to me via by him. So I mean, I wouldn't be able to even halfway do anything anymore without those because the old shit was dying.
Soupy Saiyan said she DM Geek. Well, if you get a hold of Geek, just let him know. All we're doing is talking about business practices and video games. And if he wants to just talk games again, he knows how to join the waiting room. He's a drug dealer in the Tom Pinoid Discord.
Oh, motherfucker. That guy's got purple status.
Man, listen, you know what I mean? I got to set up some type of tiers in that bitch.
Well, I set up
can't be
all the
having
tiers.
everybody think
I
they're
s-
fucking important.
I set up all the tiers in this bitch.
Exactly. It's called delegation. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I'm the bottom bitch. It's my job.
Delegation, motherfuckers. Delegation. But I'd like to go over these numbers real quick. You know what I mean? Because like I legit, like I was thinking about y'all earlier when I saw this shit and I did the research and I was like, yo, look, man, I bet this would really help their stream. And I mean, just because like it would give y'all like some actual, you know what I mean, street cred as far as like intellectual shit goes. You know what I mean? Top P's dozen numbers.
Hold on. Give me a sec. Let me get him up on the I'm gonna get him up the arcade machine here.
All right, do what you gotta do, pimpin'.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
it's a pretty fucking old machine, man, dude. Like all those fucking old cabinets, man, they take a lot of love to get working. So
Well, just kick it 3 or 4 times. That's what I always do. You know what I mean? You got to throw the elbow into it a couple times, hump it. You know what I mean? Do the Billy
Hump it a
Bob
little
Thornton thing.
You got to play with
All
the
right.
coin, the coin return a little bit too. You always get some free monies out of this.
all right, we're at the woke fighter machine.
We're at the woke fighter machine. Man, look, home. I'm waiting for it to pop up on the screen
All
at the
right,
moment.
so
'cause
I
can't
got
see
the
shit.
one that says costs and expenses up.
Cost and expenses. Is that the first one I gave you?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
believe so. Yeah.
All right, man. Hang on. I'm waiting for it to pop up on screen. There we go.
go.
Oh man,
What?
this is hot
So-
garbage. Hang on.
It's so small.
I
It is.
can't
It's
see
fucking
it.
tiny,
Is it too
dude.
small? I
Penis
don't-
is so
hold on.
small.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking tiny. I
There
can't
we
see
go.
shit.
There we go. You should be able to read it
Not
now.
like your large American penis. So small.
I think I fixed it.
Early
I'm waiting.
morning, JF is not pleased.
I got a
Excel,
Google
please
screen.
fix it.
It's bigger, but it's in the small windows. too.
Dude, like
there
I
we
told you, man, it's an old machine, dude.
All right. Fucking yeah. Okay, so on the top we have net revenues and shit, right? And that's like on this is in millions, so that's 1.5 billion, 1.6 billion, 5.1 billion, 4.9 billion, right? And that is that's like year-long numbers on the right-hand side of 2 columns, and then it's a 6-month numbers on the or it's a 3-month numbers on the left side. So this is like quarterly, right? And one it's 2018 or 2017, 2018, 2017, 2018, right? Some shit like that. I think that's how the hell this operates, or it might be backwards, right? And then what it does is it breaks down how much money it costs for each of these things, right? And it has product sales and transportation costs, right? As you go across here, it says 127 million, 149 million, 416 million, 422 million. And then you got the royalties cost, and then it has the distribution cost, which is transportation. And you see the amount of money that it costs for, like, this is physical gaming, right? Most of the rest of this ain't nothing. And go down to the bottom. Excel, go down to the bottom of the page.
I'm down there, operating income.
All right. Right.
You just
On
got
the,
a delay
Yeah, I know.
going.
yeah, there's 10-second delay if you fucking shit up. Actually, I would have liked to see the fucking other page first, to be honest with you. It made life a whole lot fucking easier.
I'm sorry I wouldn't fucking order, dude. I could.
I apologize, man. Yeah, the one was on top of my thing.
I was
You know
gonna
what
say,
I mean?
why do you need the pages? You fucking messaged them to me. You can just look in your DMs to the screenshots you gave me.
You're fucking right. I can. You know what? I'm gonna do that shit. It's much easier doing that. Like, yo, all right. It's way easier to do that shit, man. I don't know why the fuck I'm looking at your shit. I can just look at mine. All right, here we go. Right. All right. So it has all right, on the very bottom, what it has is the operating income, right, which is 1.2 billion and was 1 billion for 2017. I'm pretty sure that was a situation. Let me look at the actual thing. There, yeah, it's 2018, 2017, 2018, 2017. The 3 months ending in September 30th, and then the 9 months ended in September 30th, 2018, 2017. Yeah, because the other one would have been much better to do first. I apologize that he put this one up. But now we had the operating income and the gross revenue expenses, right? The operating income at the end of the fucking 3 quarters, right, is 212 billion in 2017, 220 billion or 220 million, 212 million, 220 million, and then 1.18 billion, and then 967 million for 2018 on their 9 months. So in other words, they're down like almost fucking $300 million in their 9 month year over year for 2018 right now. And it's costing them more money for transportation and more money to actually make the games, to deliver them, to produce them, things of this nature. And so this is why they're actually switching over. Dude, put the first one up, man. The other one up. Right?
What's up?
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it? All right.
Yeah.
It's going to take like 10 seconds to get up.
You
so
don't
let
need
me
to
look
do
at
the 10 seconds. Just bring up the shit yourself.
I know, but nobody else can fucking see it but me. Oh, wait, yeah. Actually, you know what? They can see it now. All right, anyway, right? So here's the situation. It says product sales, right? And this is the net revenue, product sales, which is actually like how much you pay for the game. It was only 263 million and 384 million in 2017. And then this one here is 1.14 billion in 2018, and then 2017 is 1.3 billion. Right? That's their whole product sales year over year. But the thing is that in the 3-month period ending September, subscriptions, licensing, and other revenues, which is their in-game transactions, was 1.2 billion compared to the 263 million they made in that 3 months off of product sales. Right. So it's not even 3, it's like 4 or 5 times the amount of money they make off of their fucking in-game shit.
One of the things that's really hard to get off of this is because how many WoW players are there right now, Stone Monkey? Like 13 million.
No.
Oh, is it like 8 now?
No, it's like 4 or 5.
4 or 5. That's still a decent number.
But yeah, it's the 13 million was a while back. They haven't really been. Yeah, it might be higher, but the last I heard, it was pretty low.
But yeah, and that's kind of like you see the differences in these fucking numbers, right? You know what I mean? Like how big are the differences between, you know what I mean, and then income off of product sales and then the net income off of, like, you know what I mean, their in-game transactions and subscription and licensing fees. You know what I mean? Which again,
I would never deny that. Like that's especially I don't know. Let me go to the calculator. What is a WoW subscription?
16.25 a month.
Oh, let's do 16 times 4 million.
That's what taxes. It's 15, but with taxes, it's like it's an extra $1.25, so it's 16.
Well, 15 times 4 million. Yeah, that's $60 million.
Well, it's times 12, so that's about $1 billion. Like that's $768 million in just WoW subscriptions.
Plus,
you have to keep that in mind.
Well, they also you got to also remember they added the fact that you can buy an in-game token to pay for your month subscription.
Oh yeah, well,
which costs you 12, but
it's probably counterbalanced by the fact that you can also pay real money for other microtransactions in WoW that people totally pay.
Yeah, you can. Well, the tokens are people, other players paying real money for. It's $20 from somebody else. So in essence, your subscription, if you get that, was actually $20.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, WoW makes up a decent portion of it. It's
fuck yeah! They got the store, they got pets, they got mounts. They got all kinds of shit, bro.
There's no denying that putting microtransactions in games is profitable, and until a large uprising of gamers are just like, we're sick of them microtransactioning ourselves out of existence and out of fucking all our money, it's going to keep going. One of the problems, like, to bridge the gap with Diablo Immortal and them trying to get into the mobile gaming market, like, they should get into the mobile gaming market, right? That's fine. That's completely fine. But you don't want to take, like, one of your flagship PC titles and like try to throw it into the mobile gaming market as if people are going to receive that, because it's a different group of gamers. Right? Like the Candy Crush players are not the same fucking people that are grinding out fucking rift after rift for Diablo 3 in fucking season. They're totally different people.
Yep. You know what I mean? But like, you know, but the thing is that when you have like a mobile market that you can fucking hit, like China, you know what I mean, that's going to bring you in, you know, whatever, untold millions of fucking people. And you're breaking into that market right now. Why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? Like, that's what they really want to do.
Like, you're bringing up a point that I thought of, and I touched on this a little bit earlier. The problem is not that they made a mobile Diablo game. The problem is they used it as some sort of feature, like it was some great thing, and it was going to be receptive to their core crowd, which it wasn't ever going to be.
Yeah. Well, they were told to go out there and fucking pitch it. I think it was a situation. You know what I mean? They were told to go out there and pitch it. You know what I mean? And, you know, like, they live inside of a bubble. They don't talk to fucking gamers. They just talk to other people in their office.
They were too dumb. They were too dumb to realize how it was a PR nightmare that they were going to ensue. Now, I have no doubt that Blizzard is going to be fine at the end of the day, right? It's Blizzard Entertainment.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they're going to, they'll as long as they
crack for video games.
Yeah, well, if they don't keep fucking up things on, like WoW and shit, it'd be helpful. But they're fixing their shit finally. I'm actually probably gonna go back to playing that again because they're actually fixing in the game a bit, so it's not stupid.
Well, so beyond WoW, you said you had a little bit of insider information at some of the other shit going on at Blizzard.
Yeah, they are.
Monkey, what do you got going on, man?
Their stocks are going down very drastically over everything, bro. And fuck, man, I can't remember. I'd have to pull up the article I was looking at, but they're just they're just not doing what they say they're doing, man. They need to stop freaking taking the right people off the wrong projects.
Well, again, like I think they're playing for later. I mean, that's what everybody's doing in business right now is they're playing for later. They're trying to position themselves for the world that everybody says is going to be here, and I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can only do so much on a phone. Games on phones are completely different than console and PC.
Well, not only that, they're trying to go after the female market and things of this type of nature. And girls don't play fucking video games unless it's like Candy Crush. They need to let that shit go and quit fucking trying.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing because they do, but not in the numbers to justify the marketing.
Yeah, look, females aren't camping out at GameStop overnight to get a fucking game.
No.
You know what I mean? That's not your core audience. And they're not playing to their core audience. And developers need to decide whether or not, they're actually making fucking video games or whether they're going to be mobile app people. You can't do fucking both. That's some real shit. And if you want to do both, you're going to have one suffer because of the other one. Because your best developers is going to go where the money is. And the money's in mobile games. The money is not in fucking console games. It's that fucking simple. Basic shit, my brothers. I want to come.
No, you're wrong. You are wrong. You are
wrong. Look
at
Red Dead Redemption 2. That thing, Red Dead Redemption 2, over its release weekend, grossed the most out of anything in entertainment.
Anything in entertainment that weekend?
No. Hold on.
Yeah, it broke not just game records, but just entertainment in general.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at. Pinoid, you're wrong. There is money in console gaming, regular PC games. There's mobile in making games that don't involve fucking microtransactions. There's just a lot of money in making games that take almost nothing to fucking develop, like most mobile games, and getting whales to spend like we were talking before the show. You get into some of these mobile games that are what I call free to wait, right? Like you just build shit, and then you can buy this premium currency. And some of the packages are like, for $100 you can get X amount of in-game currency for this fucking mobile game, right? And people pay it. Like if people weren't paying it, they wouldn't have that option.
All right, when did Red Dead Redemption drop?
Like what, a month ago or so?
We'll just say a few weeks ago, man. When did you make that video about the streamer feeding suffragettes to alligators? It was like a week after that.
Right. Like I'm looking at these numbers for this fucking game, right? And how much did Red Dead Redemption 2 cost to make it? And that's kind of where we're at. How much money did it cost to make, right? And
wait, that's true. Yeah, you're cutting out. No one Rockstar, I'm sure it cost what, a couple $100 million to make.
That's
I'll just look it up.
Really, that's too.
Pinoid, you're a fucking robot.
I'm roboting?
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn it, why am I roboting?
Oh, you're good now.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, anyway, right? The total cost of making and marketing Red Dead Redemption 2 to basically $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Right, like, yo. Not 150 million.
Tom P, you're fucked.
God damn it, hang on, I'll leave and come back.
That's a good idea. I'm trying to look, dude. I can't actually find a fucking price on it. I know Grand Theft Auto 4 cost $265 million.
Oh shit!
There we go.
Rockstar,
I should be better.
Yeah, Rockstar doesn't fucking play around when it comes to the amount of money they're gonna spend on games, but that's because Rockstar, they're kind of like Blizzard in a way. Like, when was the last Rockstar game that failed?
This is true.
I don't even think it's ever happened.
See, Blizzard's had failed games. They just haven't gotten fully out to release. They've been dropped. They've cut them
before anybody even knows. Like, you just hear about it later on some obscure podcast about how Blizzard had this game in production. Like, what was it? StarCraft Ghost?
Yep, and there was a couple other ones that sounded pretty cool that they were going to come out with that just kind of, they're like, well, we scrapped that project.
I don't know, Blizzard's also one of the most hilarious things about them is their release dates. They don't even fucking put them out anymore. Back in the day, so Diablo 2, I had what was it? The Duelist, right? It was a Magic the Gathering magazine, like where you like read articles, had all the prices and whatnot. It was like 96 or something. When did Diablo 2 come out? It was 2 years before the game was released, but it said coming next November, and it was like 2 years after that Diablo 2 was finally released. So I was that's why they just got rid of release dates. They're like, fuck it.
I mean, they do give somewhat close release dates, but it's usually when it's like really close to being released. So you get like a few months notice.
Livestream News is informing us that they started with a new engine for GTA, which is part of the reason it costs so much. That wouldn't surprise me. But I don't actually think that comes with the $265 million because most of that cost, I guarantee you, I bet you $100 million of it was just like their promotion. It's something ridiculous that companies like that spend on games. Remember when Rift came out? I think they had a $500 million budget, and it was all because they had a nationwide fucking television ad campaign.
Yeah, I'm reading the numbers right now for Red Dead Redemption 2. Right, it's still behind Grand Theft Auto 5 in its revenue.
Well, Grand Theft Auto 5's been around for a while, but it has a whole bunch of expansions.
No, Grand Theft Auto 5 in its first 3 days generated $1 billion of revenue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Red Dead Redemption 2 at this when this was written out, and this was written out in the 7th, so it's like 13 days ago, but it was only at $700 million, and it cost $1 billion to make, so they were still in the hole on this fucking game.
Wait, what? Where'd you get that $700 billion number?
$700 million.
No, I mean the $1 billion to make number.
The $1 billion it makes in the same fucking article. Actually, no, it was in a different article. But it cost it was something like it cost $600 billion or $600 million to fucking actually make, and then another 300 and some change million in advertising.
I see 170 million to make. I don't. I find those skeptical, but I guarantee, regardless, Rockstar's making fucking money.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, Rockstar's all right now. They're all right now.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying they're losing money. But
Rockstar has made so much money off of all their fucking titles that they can do no wrong.
Yeah. I'm sitting here trying to look and see whether or not they have actual numbers out here. Right. I'm trying to see. I don't see any numbers in this actual article right here. I had an article up that had the numbers in it, but but yeah, man, I mean, as I said, it said it cost them $600 million to make it. And I mean, but this is why I'm saying, they don't make console games. They're not making a whole lot of money. These big companies are not making a lot of money making console games.
Well, okay,
as compared to what they can make. Go ahead.
Hold on. They are as compared to what they can make making console games. Now, if they flooded the fucking mobile game market with more games for fucking whales to throw money at, what do you think is going to happen? Right?
Well-
if everybody was just like, all the money's in mobile, let's make all these bullshit games. There would be too many of them. The money would get
Dude,
redistributed.
I don't think they would rely on the whales. I think they're going to more rely on the same people who like they'll spend $1 or $2, but like if 1 million people are doing that, that's a good chunk of money.
I mean, it's the same thing with
Yeah.
so the free to play model is a great example of this. Like, these games cost quite a bit of money to make. I want to say League of Legends probably didn't cost that much to make, but they made a great free to play model. Right? Like, you can literally just you can do anything you want in that game without spending a fucking dime. Unless you randomly want to play every fucking hero all the time, anytime you want. or you randomly need to have every fucking skin. Like, that game was legitimately free to play. Like, there was no advantage to spending money.
Yep, that's why I like the Blizzard alternative to it. Whatever the hell that shit is.
Heroes of the Storm, same way.
Yeah, I like that
and those,
one.
Those games make money because people will eventually, over time, as they play the games, they will spend money on it. And I don't even really have a problem necessarily with microtransactions. As long as they're like constantly putting content out for the game, totally fine with me.
Yep. I mean, I consider it some of them. I don't mind giving a little bit of money once in a while, but if that's like $5 every few months at most.
Well, right. It's if the game is like constantly putting out engaging content, I have no problem spending more money on the game. Right, the number of hours I got out of League of Legends, I might have spent like, I'll do a super high estimate that like over my 4 or 5 years playing League of Legends, I gave Riot Games $200. That's probably
not bad.
That's probably double what I actually gave them.
Because I mean, the time I've put into my WoW account is just a little insane. Not that insane, I compared to a lot of people out there, but for myself personally, I never foreseen myself seeing a character where the played time is like 2 months. I'm like, motherfuck! I literally put 2 months of my life into this.
I've done way worse, but anyway, like what I'm getting at is some of those mobile games. Like I was telling Sunrise earlier, I spent $50 on The Simpsons Tapped Out. And how do you describe it? It was like a bad game of.
It's a poorly animated gift shop more than it is a game.
Yeah,
I gave that was the first game I ever gave $10 to, and that was it. And I was like, well, this is kind of stupid. That's when I learned what. That's when I learned what a freemium game was. I heard about them. I'm like,
dude, South Park did a whole episode on it.
You know what? I'm gonna leave this to you. You need to read TK Mao's chat.
What up, Stone Monkey? I'm powering down this bull. Gonna wolf down this bowl of spaghetti.
Excel.
I got a whole barrel full of spaghetti.
Yo, Excel. I put an article up in the war room.
All right.
Right. It said $644 million to make, and then another $300 million in advertising.
All right, man. I'm gonna have to put this shit up on the fucking old arcade machine if I can get it to work again.
You know what I mean? Like, yo.
This fucking arcade machine, dude. Like, why'd we buy this shit, man? We could have spent
I'm sorry.
We could have divested our money for the show in a much better way.
I was high.
Transactions work. They get you to buy shit.
I was high, and you gave me money and told me to bring something fun back, and well,
and we ended
I don't know, man.
This fucking piece of shit.
The guy that was showing it to me made it look cool, man. I'm sorry, man.
All right. Let's you know what? I'm just gonna.
It took them like Red Dead Redemption 2 has been in production for 7 years.
This guy's telling a fucking story, so we're gonna read his fucking story, right? The name of the article is The Dean Beat. How much did Red Dead Redemption 2 cost to make?
Okay.
All right. No. The writer goes on. He says, I'm going to assume that Rockstar Games and its parent company, Take-Two Interactive, are not going to tell me how much Red Dead Redemption 2 cost to make. In the works for 7 years with a team as high as 1,000 developers, artists, designers, writers, and more, it could very well be the most expensive game of all time. We're probably not going to find out what the budget was, but indulge me if you will. If Rockstar tells me how much it cost to make, that would simplify things, and I will notify you. Take-Two reports earnings on November 7th, but they won't likely address this. On the video. We only have a few tidbits of information from Rockstar, which shared some details as it tried to defend itself from allegations that it forced employees to work overtime in order to finish the game. Jennifer Colby, head of publishing at Rockstar, said in a statement to GamesBeat this week that the company logged 67,000 employee weeks this year, and only 20% of the people had to work more than 60 hours in a week, and only 0.04% of the time was for people who work more than 80 hours a week. Okay, that's a very comforting statement. Strauss Zelnick, CEO of Take-Two Interactive, told us earlier this year that the company had 4,200 employees across 17 studios, including Rockstar's people. All right. And if those numbers are grounded in reality, then we could take a stab at figuring out how much it costs to make the game, if only for the fun of it. I think the result will be instructive, like how much it costs to make interactive entertainment in comparison to how much it costs to make blockbuster movies. Once we start thinking about these kind of numbers, we'll begin to appreciate just how big a business Rockstar and the video game industry have become. I like it. First, let's try a little math. I like when anybody starts with that, because when somebody says, let's try a little math, I'm just like, you might be oversimplifying things. Yeah. But let's continue. Let's convert that 67,000 employee weeks for maybe 11 months out of the year to the number of employee years worked on Red Dead Redemption 2 during 2018. So 67,000 divided by 52 weeks leaves us with 1,288 employee years worked on Red Dead Redemption 2 during 2018. That sounds reasonably accurate, as Rockstar has said it doubled the size of its previous team, and the number was over 1,000 people.
You don't do it by 52 because employees don't work every single week out of the year.
Well, they're just averaging out on like yeah, because you're still paying for the vacation time for the people though.
That's true.
Well, this person also started with first. Let's try a little math. So we got to remember what
he's not doing bad right now. Is where I'm at. He's not doing bad, is he?
He could be right. He could be right. But let's just. I'm going to keep.
I don't know if I can say he is correct, as I am early morning JF, and I am French Canadian. So
look here. We are red-blooded Americans right now. We don't like Canadians down here in our neck of the woods, okay?
God fucking damn it, Alex Jones. I already signed your goddamn petition. Go away. By the way, like, for the few people watching this chat, I say the few people. This is a lot for us. Go check out Pdoy News and watch his latest video. It's a parody of Alex Jones. It's fucking hilarious. No matter what you think of Alex Jones, it's fucking funny. But anyway, so Red Dead Redemption 2 has been in production for 7 years, but we'll figure it didn't require much of a staff for a couple years as they conceived the design and then ramped up the team. So instead of 7 years, we'll multiply it by 5 years. That gives us 6,442 employee years. To get the total cost of paying employees who worked on the game, we'll have to multiply it by the average salary that these teams received. Since Rockstar has studios spread throughout the world, it will be hard to figure out this cost. But I'll make a big assumption and say that the average Rockstar salary and associated healthcare costs for the company are about $100,000 a year. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's bullshit. That's way too high.
That's hyperinflated for just basic developer.
I would say the average might be 50.
I would cut it in half because you have to like really figure in like super low level employees.
Well, all right, wait. What about all the fucking taxes, workers' comp insurance, fucking shit of this nature?
Okay, great. That's fucking fantastic. Maybe it is 100,000. So let's just go on. Let's just take their numbers for safe. So 6,442 employee years times $100,000 a year gives us a total development cost of $644.2 million across 7 years it took to make Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm pretty sure that this is Red Dead wrong, because I have no idea if my assumptions are close to the mark. I'm glad they admit it. If we look at other costs, Rockstar is probably spending something like $300 million in marketing, spending on no, I wouldn't doubt it if they spent $300 million in marketing. Again, I have no idea if I'm close to the mark, but let's just say that brings the total cost of making Red Dead Redemption 2 to $944.2 million. At $40 a copy, using this because of discounting and distribution costs, that's fine. That means that Rockstar would have to sell about 23.6 million copies to even break even with Red Dead Redemption 2. Since the first game sold 15 million copies, I believe that would be doable. Analyst Colin Sebastian of Bear Equity Research estimated that Red Dead Redemption 2 would sell 25 million copies in its first 6 months.
There's no way they have a $600 million plus employment overhead. That's a year. There's no way.
This guy's just playing a guessing game.
Yeah, I mean, because all right, well, even if you figure the cost down to like $350 million for fucking, the basic employees, how much did it cost for the computers, the technology development, fucking all the fucking extracurricular shit that went into it, plus paying for actors and all that shit too as well.
Yeah, voice acting, all the Foley, all the movie studio shit that they're gonna do for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much it costs, but I wouldn't doubt they spent almost $1 billion on a fucking game. Legit, I wouldn't. It wouldn't seem outside of the realm. You know what I mean? For that to be.
No, I don't think so. I think it'd be closer to $500 million.
Well, we're talking $300 million in marketing by itself. You know what I mean? And the other people are saying 200. Grand Theft Auto costs $265 million to make. Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if that costs $265 million, and that was what, 7-8 years ago?
Yeah. So you could double it by now. Makes about sense. Not all the way to $1 billion.
Okay, we're point. He says the writer needs to realize Red Dead's development was mostly retextured assets and making the map and scripted mission events. So it sounds like they just did an overhaul of the OG Red Dead Redemption with
I don't know. That seems like it'd be kind of down in the noise as far as other costs go, but
I don't know, man. $265 million for one.
Know that it's not a straight up cost comparison. There's a whole economy involved there too, right? So the company may not have to make back all that money immediately just with the sales of that one product, right?
There's a level of simplicity about it too, like assuming that the employees that were on the project were solely on that project is a bad assumption.
Right. Think about it this way, like Rockstar makes way more than just one. If they only had the one game, first of all, it wouldn't be that big. Those numbers would not be that high because it wouldn't sell 20 million copies of it. So in order to become a company where you can spend $500 million or $1 billion on a game, you're already a successful company. Yeah. So they may over leverage themselves and spend more than they made on that game, but the company itself is still profitable overall. They have a lot of products.
Yeah, I'm just looking at raw numbers. That's just kind of where I'm at. And that, it puts you, because that looks at it. If you look at raw numbers, like even say it was $700 million, right? Mm-hmm. And that goes $400 million for fucking actual development of the game and $300 million for advertising, right? That's not something crazy. Plus you got to press all the copies of the fucking disc, packaging, fucking shipping costs, transportation. We have to add all this into the fucking game. You know what I mean? Because that costs money.
And you have to understand you're not talking about cash transactions, right? Like a lot of stuff is done on, especially when a company purchases stuff, they don't have to buy everything cash.
It's paid with credit for the most part. Yeah, I got you.
So they may be leveraged over on one product, but they've got income coming in on other things. There's things that cost less, but make a lot of money. So they have a wider profit margin. So there's a whole, like I said, there's a whole ecosystem involved.
Yeah. But as I said, call it $700 million. Because that's fair. $700 million is fucking fair, right? Like $400 million for development. With all the employees, transportation, fucking actually making the fucking shit, manufacturing, all that bullshit, right? Plus $300 million for fucking advertising, which is of course. Like they fucking cost money to fucking advertise. That's not even that much for advertising. Hell, fucking whatchamacallit spends like fucking 300 or what was it, like $8-9 billion a year Unilever spends on fucking advertising by itself.
There's
You know what I mean?
merchandising and all kinds of other revenue streams that are involved too, right? Plus, there's over 10 years, the game's going to make money for a long time to come.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that like fucking the in-game transactions for the mobile app is gonna make more money than this fucking game would do. You know what I mean? Because it costs less for the mobile app to make, and that's why they're fucking doing that shit with Blizzard. You know, I was trying to tie it all the fuck together. It's kind of the situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where I was getting to with the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like, here's the problem. So if Capcom was like, you know what? There's no money in making fucking Street Fighter games through consoles and shit anymore. We're gonna move Street Fighter to a mobile platform only. They're not gonna make any money. Like, I mean, they might, but they're losing the money on top of what they would have made if they would have made the actual console game too.
Right.
Yeah, but that's Street Fighter because you don't have a whole lot of shit you can do with Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Not like playing missions.
Look, I get it, but it's not like just because it's Street Fighter, it doesn't make it any different from like the limitations of mobile, right?
It does too.
They're two different markets.
You know what someone needs to invent that could totally change the mobile market is a console dock. So you could take your iPhone or whatever, or like 5 people's iPhones or 4 people's iPhones and plug them in, just clink, and then you got your controller, it puts it on the TV, and you've got a powerful fucking computer there that can run cool games. And now you have the good control scheme and a big screen.
Or a $3,000 phone that was, you know, basically a fucking laptop.
You're gonna buy a Samsung fucking Note.
Your fucking $1,000 iPhone X has the power to run fucking Street Fighter 5 and let 4 people play at the same time, dude.
I'm actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it does.
So if you made a little box that you just plug your phone into, it had control. Like if Apple made it, they'd be geniuses, right? Like an iDock or whatever, iConsole or some shit. And it plugs in your TV just the same way your fucking Xbox does, but you just dock your iPhone on it, clunk. And you've got a full-on console, but it's your phone.
All right, well, Sinrise found his next fucking job.
Yeah,
or even turn your phone into a fucking remote control.
Developers making games for it that only work on that thing, you know.
Whatever, dude. Just fucking, instead of the iPhone, do it for Android, man. Just make the Android dock station.
Yeah, like literally, someone like Apple would have to do that. They'd have to like Microsoft did when they got into the console game. They'd have to go hard and dump lots of money into it and be willing to fucking, you know, like bury bodies. Like, you know, that when Microsoft, you know how they got relevant in the console world was by selling the first Xbox for less than it. Like it cost them a ton of money just to get into the game.
Yep,
right?
They didn't give a shit.
And they did it right, so I guess they're probably profitable by now. But I know the first console, they were selling it below cost.
Well, that was a common thing, like during the console wars, is to sell the console itself for below the cost. So
yeah, and they picked that.
It's not like they did anything novel. They just were like, well, let's try it.
Yeah, they picked a good time to get in too, because like if they tried it now, it would be impossible. But if somebody could successfully bridge the mobile console gap, I don't know, there might be something there.
TK Mouse said it right. Sunrise, you're describing the Switch. It is technically
a Switch doesn't really fit in your pocket like a phone, though, right?
Yeah, but if you could take phone calls on the Switch, people would find a way.
Yeah, it's nice. I have a Switch, but I wouldn't want to carry it around like a phone.
Well, what if you could just turn your phone into a fucking remote controller?
I have a Switch that has barely ever left its dock. Except for when I'm traveling from work, like it's just on the dock all the time.
See, that's it, Tom. The phone, like a touchscreen phone, will never be a replacement for a good, solid handheld controller with buttons and levers and shit on it, right?
Right.
Like you can't. That's the whole thing. Like if mobile phone games are a very specific type of control, you have to design the game around it. There's a lot less freedom.
Yeah, like the touchscreen
controls for some innovative
are bullshit,
games,
plus they take up a lot of the screen.
Yeah, you would have to have a controller that you could plug into the phone, and then you need to make the screen bigger too, and make it be able to multiplayer.
And to be fair, I've had those on phones. Like I actually still own one. I just don't really fucking do it on my phone anymore. They have the Bluetooth controllers that hook onto your phone so that you can like you can have every SNES game ever made on your iPhone. Pretty easy.
Nice.
And then you can you can use the controller. Like it's just like a clamp thing. You just like clamp it on, and then you use the controller to actually play your SNES games.
Yeah, man. Yo, I got beat up by Glass Joe and Mike Tyson's Punch Out trying to play on my fucking phone.
Goddamn Glass Joe, man.
Fuck me up.
That's Glass Joe's one win.
You whoop my ass. Yo, it's really hard to duck and move when you're motherfucking sitting here and I mean playing on your goddamn phone and shit and that stupid fucking retarded ass shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't want to take up your whole show with this shit, but I thought like, you know what I mean, this would be the place to cover it. I'm sorry.
Nah, dude, it was fine. Like at some point, like we'll have a show like something like this would have been perfect actually. Where you let us do woke games on Pinoid Live.
Yeah.
Like you just let everybody know, like, yo, this is a gaming stream. We're rotating around. I participate occasionally. These guys know more about games than I do, but then we get like the few people. Like, I mean, I'm gonna guess out of like your MGTOW crowd, I bet a quarter of them are gamers and would enjoy it.
We can do it on Insomnus too. Anytime you tell me what.
Yo, man, I always want to work with motherfuckers, but like it never really works the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like I always end up just doing shit on my fucking own.
You try.
It has to happen organically, you know.
Yeah. You know,
start something like
but like, yeah, I just wanted to come over here for like 10 minutes and talk about this shit because I was going to go over on that Catholic stream and talk about.
And now we got 10 minutes left with the actual show before we move on to the gaming after party where we play some video game. In fact, I'm going to hit up Ultibag U and see if he wants to play League of Legends with newbies. Ultibag U, by the way, is one of the Pinoy News Patreon subscribers. We're getting up. What are we up to, man? Like $15 a month?
Yeah, we're $15 a month on our Patreon.
Fuck yeah, nice,
done,
man.
buddy.
Hell yeah,
man.
that's how it is.
Yo, hell yeah.
Shit? Hell yeah.
I just wanted to come over here and show y'all some love because I was thinking about you guys earlier. Like legit, I was like, yo, this would be awesome for these guys to cover. You know what I mean? Like, yo, let me bring this shit over here to these motherfuckers.
Well, no, it worked out too because I already planned on talking about the mobile game phenomenon.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing to keep in mind, like, we got to realize that the people that want to fucking play Diablo 4, like the real next Diablo 4 release, are not the same fucking people. Like, maybe there's some overlap, but it's not a huge overlap. That want to download it on their phone and play it, like, at their breaks and work.
It was like you said earlier, it would be a much better idea if they would have released Diablo 4 first and then dropped the news of the mobile afterwards. Because that's what everybody's upset about. They want
a complimentary game. That's why I think Livestream News brought it up. It's that dude in line that was like, "Is this an early April Fool's joke?"
Yo, man, did you see what's his name? Did you see them two dudes who fucking bitched about that shit?
Yeah, they brought it up. I actually had the video queued up, but I'm not gonna play it at this point.
Yo,
plus, I'm not sure like what it's
long.
gonna be. I mean, it's in the My Circle. I guess I can bring it up.
Yeah, you can bring it up.
We got 4 minutes or less.
Nope, I already cut it down. No, but it was basically that fucking Nintendo nerd guy like talking shit on people. It's like, oh, why would you really care, dude? It's just a new game on mobile. It's gonna reach out to so many more people. It's like, dude, you're fucking tone deaf. Especially for the people that actually paid for BlizzCon tickets. That's who I feel bad for. Right? Because the motherfuckers that would pay for BlizzCon tickets, they don't want to hear that shit.
Yo, do you know how many people went there?
A lot this year from what I heard. I could check on the numbers.
Yo, in their quarterly report, because that's where I got them numbers from, or I took a screenshot from. Yo, it was fucking. They said 40,000 people came to fucking BlizzCon.
Doesn't surprise me.
Nope, not in the least. Plus, all the people that bought the online ticket to watch it via their personal stream.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And like, yo, yeah. yo, we're gonna conversate after this about like, yo, fucking, like I got some gaming stuff I want to cover, but I can't do it by myself because I'm not a gamer. So like, yo,
we can't do it on my channel.
Yeah, I need y'all. Like, yeah, I need y'all, motherfuckers.
Hold on. Maybe I came up with a great idea. You know, we got Pinoid News.
Right.
Maybe we need to branch. Maybe we need to have Pinoid Gaming. And what about? Hold on. You'll like this one. Pinoid Sports. Anything there? My shit fucking up? Are you guys just not talking to me? Check. Check 5. All right, hold up. I'm gonna guess that chat can hear me just fine. So if you can hear me, press 1. I just saw Stone Monkey leave the fucking waiting room. I think Discord's fucking up again. This has happened before. Yeah, it's happening to all. We are fucked. Discord does not want. Yo, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into Woke Gamings. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, and I'm gonna message all my fellow streammates that Discord is fucking up. It picked a great time to fuck up because it's about 2 minutes before we were gonna wrap up anyway. Yeah, I figured that was the case. I was freaking out. I was like, I thought my internet just like crashed all of a sudden because I do have fucking Comcast. But like I said, I'm gonna end the stream as soon as Discord figures out what the fuck its problem is. We'll be doing the Woke Games after party. We're gonna be playing some game. I don't know what it is yet. Until then, man, I'll talk to y'all later.